Hey guys, welcome back to the Truthandtalespodcast with your favorite host, Victoria and
Yenny.
Yay! Welcome back, guys.
Yeah.
It's been a while, we know. Yes, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. So without talking too much, you guys know the drill already.
Yeah.
All the information you need about this channel is in the description box below. We are also available in all of your podcast platforms, so make sure you check it out. You check us out on the everywhere that you listen to podcasts, okay? And our personal channels, every information is in the description box below. All right, so without taking too much time, we have something very, very interesting and very, very controversial.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure me and Yemi have not discussed, but I'm pretty sure we might have opposing views on this. But anyways, let us know what you guys think as always in the comment section below. So Yemi, what exactly are we talking about today?
Okay, so again, we're trying not to, take so much time, but I'm just going to take my time on this one because this is something that I've been seeing. It has been going on for a while. People have been debating. People have almost like flogged themselves, beat themselves on Twitter because of this conversation. I'm telling you, a lot of people are just there, different opinions, men, women, everybody just has a say on this one. So yes, we are waiting for you guys' comment as well. Anyways, so there's this tweet that somebody tweeted. I'm just going to read the whole thread so that you guys can have it, you can understand the battle that's been going on. So this lady said, I haven't cooked anything or gone to the market in almost 3 years. And I intend to keep it at that way for years to come. I make this clear on the first date. I also do not sweep, mop, or do any chores. Everything is outsourced. Okay. Then somebody, gave it back to her. You trust Switzerland? Somebody gave it back to her as the host. and
the person's name is even funny.
A man of war.
If you are not Nigeria, you won't be.
I'm telling you, anyway. I'm an Indaboski. I think that Indaboski thing even went viral, so you should know. But anyways, this Mr. Indaboski said, you will now wonder why he's cheating on you with someone that can cook and clean. LOL. You new generation of woke women will be all right. Last, you know. And another person, it now became a trend, so different people. Another person said, you generation of men haven't gotten the memo that we literally don't care anymore about what you guys want, and we are hustling to live the exact way we want. Everything is not about you, bro. Grow up. Clap back to you. Anyways, another person said, I get your point. Makes a lot of sense. I could even consider it. But home-cooked meals helps bonding. Can't give that up, even though sometimes it could be extra work deciding what to cook and cooking it. Makes sense as well. And that person say, while it could help bonding, there are so many other things that could also help bonding. So many that the lack of bonding via food, mommy or daddy made won't be remembered. Okay, good point. Okay. Another person said, I keep saying this. The speed and time in which cooked food is consumed does not worth the hours that go into making the meal. Outsource whatever you can. That way, you are creating employment and maximizing your time. For the people asking how she will bond with her kids, you can bond over various activities, the same way royals have bonded with their kids over the centuries. In a situation where that doesn't work, you can try top bond or covalent bond. I'm not sure about that royals bonding with their kids over the centuries.
That's the thing, because they don't.
Let's just even take that out. Forget royals. Let's leave them. Let's leave them to nanny situation.
What are you talking about?
Let's just take that out. So somebody also said, like, okay. The person asked, like, how do you intend to bond with your children since you outsource everything? Another person said, na broom and moppy stick, they take bond for on her side. Another person said, LOL, why are people so upset about her choice? I know how to cook very well, but if I can afford it, I'll definitely outsource everything and spend more time relaxing / hustling. If you find cooking therapeutic, that's another thing. Another person said she is telling you the kind of person she is and you're mad on her behalf. She's an adult and she values her free time over chores. She will attract a compatible partner. Nobody will claim she has changed in quotes.
She has changed.
if she's not doing these things because they were warned. Right? Another person then said, LOL, I used to brag about cooking and all. A certain month last year, everything I ate came from my kitchen, made by me, everything. It was a very busy period of my life too. Today, the only thing I do is make my bed. Never going back, never. Not a wise use of time for anyone. Okay, and so on and so on and so on. Another person said, this is not the flex you think it is, in my own opinion. I think I'm a man and I cook, sweep and mop my house. I'm also teaching my kids to do the same. You can't outsource everything all the time throughout your life. Somebody said you can if you have the money. For someone like her, the goal will always be to have the money. It's simple. Life doesn't have to always be complicated. And now this is the last bit I'm going to read, and this one makes so much sense. This person said, this is not a flex. One of the reasons why we love going home to our mom is to taste her food. It's always have a unique taste. Home is not just about the people there, but about the atmosphere, food, and even smell. Create a home your children will love to come back to. And this last person replied to that, laugh my ass out. This is so funny to me because my mommy hasn't cooked in more than 16 years. If you find her in the kitchen, she's there to gist and take meat. My siblings and I do the cooking, and now it's just brother at home and he does all the cooking. Yeah.
So, but who taught them how to cook? It's like, but growing up, your mom was cooking. She hasn't cooked for 16 years because she has kids to do that. There's a time my mom too stopped cooking because we are the one. She has taught us her ways of cooking, and we are able to replicate that over and again. So anyways, which of these arguments do you guys go with? Which of them do you think is making the most sense? Choose your pick, okay? But anyways, I don't know about this though. I think that everyone makes a very interesting argument about this. So the argument about, you should outsource things, right? I know that I think this thing actually started like around 2020-ish, especially after the pandemic and stuff like that. Yeah. People are like, listen, if you can outsource, there's a saying that started going popular, there's no award for who suffer pass. Yeah. So if you can outsource, and I'm all for outsourcing. You know me, I've already said when I was in school, especially if you're in a very busy period of your life, right? I remember when I was in school at the time, I was schooling like I was working 8 to 5. I was schooling 5 to 10. Yeah. On weekends, I have to go to church because I'm a worker. We used to go and do like a cleaning up activity, of church and stuff like that. I always I'm teaching on Sundays. I'm back very late. So my life was busy, okay? But one thing that I could never outsource for anybody, and maybe it's just me, because I am very, very, very particular about what I eat, right? And it's very odd, I know, but it's honestly one of the big fights I usually have with my friends till today is the fact that I don't eat their food. With most of my friends, like, it's so weird that even my husband, I'm telling you, when my husband cooks for me, when we're dating, if my husband cooks for me, we used to fight because most times if I eat it, I'm just eating it out of love, and it's only that one time. Yeah. I think I'm better now, right? Because I started to, in short, when I will tell you, when I got into marriage, I realized that my husband can cook. He can cook some bastard beans, some beans that say till today, the best beans I ever eaten in my life is my husband that cooked it. The day I saw that, I say, hey, my brother, so you have skills like this that you're hiding, okay? But so you see, there are disadvantages to it because sometimes you don't realize that somebody could actually help you out in certain ways, right? But that is just me. Even till now, I still have fights with my friend till tomorrow. Whenever I go to her place, now she doesn't even, because initially when I just came, she used to attempt. When she saw that I don't eat people's food, she had to adjust, right? So because of that, I would outsource the people. I used to outsource someone who will come to clean my house for me, who will wash my bathroom, because I cannot be going through all that stress and coming back home and doing all of those. But food, I think, is so personal, right? And this is just my own opinion. And especially, and I like an argument that someone made, like, so anyways, I'm just making general arguments for now, right? So I understand the part of outsourcing when you have a very busy life, right? But the argument that, doing house chores and stuff is not a good use of your time, I don't know about that, because I always feel good when my space is clean. When this one, my mom is calling everybody. This is not the time, I'm sorry, she wants to do family prayer. Anyways, I don't know, I feel a sense of pride and joy when I'm able to cook. Like, I don't know, it's just something in us, and I think that thing we're created like that. I think that one of the one of the things that we are fighting with in this generation is that we are fighting with who we are, right? I know there are a lot of things that we say women should bust out of their clinical, it's culture, but some things are not culture. Some things, it's just like saying that now we are fighting women saying they don't want to breastfeed. Because I'm not a mom yet, so I know that this could be controversial because I've not worked in that shoe yet. I understand that breastfeeding can be challenging at times, and I understand when people don't want to do it because of health reasons or are unable to do it because of health reasons. But now we are saying that why should the woman be able to breastfeed? It's like we are fighting with who we are, and you don't find those things with men. I don't know why it's always us women, right? You don't see a man coming out to fight and proclaim that why must man be the provider? Why must a man? You don't find, you hardly
they just
find
accept their responsibility and move on.
They just accept it. But we women, we are like, and I understand that because a lot of times women have been
we've been cheated.
We've been cheated and a lot have been repressed, and I understand that women have been put on the backside for a long time, and now we are trying to fight to catch up with men. But I think that we've done a lot of catching up. In short, a lot of women see, if I enter this issue, people would say that I'm anti-feminist. First of all, I usually say I'm a feminist, but I'm not the feminist the way everybody see feminism, right? Because I used to work, if you guys know me, you know that I used to work as a girl child advocate. I'm still a girl child advocate. I still believe that, in some cultures, women are not given as much opportunities as men. But I think in this day and age now, I think if you look at a lot of, I know that men are still like top of chain in certain settings of organizations and stuff, but women are also doing great, right? But I think we are I don't know when we got to that place where we are fighting. But we call it gender roles. We say nobody know how to cook from heaven. Nobody know how to, and I understand. I believe that both men and women should be able to handle house chores, right? So I know that I'm all over the place, but I will talk about my own parts after Yemi talks about our own, because I don't want to talk too much. So Yemi, just take it.
So generally speaking, concerning this cooking and outsourcing thing, like you said, and let me just talk about my own experience. So growing up, we used to, my family, we used to all go to the village during Christmas and mostly Christmas and New Year celebration. So we'll go, I remember when we were much younger, we used to go like in convoy. So we used to live in Lagos, then we'll go to Ilorin, and then I and my cousins will now march until we eventually relocated as well, because my dad got a better job and then he moved. So we just used to go to the village all the time. And I remember seeing all the wives will gather together, be cooking, we the children will be playing, everybody will be like bonding. So when that, I'm just trying to say, when I read that part where somebody said bonding with food, I could totally relate, because I loved it. We the children, we used to go together to go and get water, go and fetch water in the borehole. We will be talking as we are going, coming back, somebody will fall down, the water will break, and we're just having fun, we're building memories, and I miss those days. So anyways, the wives will be there cooking, putting firewood in those big pots, like we are doing wedding, like there's constant food, the wives will be gisting, and it's
the same in my house.
Honestly, I really loved it.
Yeah.
But my personality, I don't have that much energy for that kind of thing, to be cooking. But the sitting around cooking this thing, I loved it. So I used to imagine myself that when I grew up, I'll marry somebody that, has a big family as well, will be going for Christmas, they will know their cousins. I just wanted them to have that kind of child as well. But I used to think that when I'm going, I would bring my cook along.
Okay.
So I would go with my caterer. So that's how I used to imagine it, because I'm like, I can't cook this kind of, I can't be doing this thing. So when I'm going, I'll just go with my cook. So that as the cook is cooking, all of us, we gather around and we'll be bonding and be doing that thing.
The other will be cooking and your cook will be cooking.
Yes, and my own cook will be cooking. I remember telling my husband, and he was like, yes, like, the food will even be done faster, because those women that know how to do, those caterers, olopo, those people, they know how to do it. Before you know it, you'll finish. And all the women, because that's one thing I didn't like with growing up. The wives, when everybody has gotten dressed to maybe take picture, or they're constantly in the kitchen, they're never put together throughout the period. So it's usually at the end of the day, they did not sit down and relax, put together, and you see them now doing their own gist, maybe with small makeup, but then they're not able to do much. So I'm always like, yes, I still want to, do shakara and all of those things. So he's like, yes, if people have the opportunity to do that, because he knows that me, I like I like Fefe. You know? You know? So it was just like, yeah, it would make sense. But that part of bonding was still there. We'll find a way around it. So I think for me, it is about priority and finding your balance with whatever you're doing. Would I say that somebody should totally outsource everything? I'm not, honestly, I'm not comfortable with totally outsourcing food because of my priorities in life. And, you know, we always say that, you know, like somebody even mentioned, well, we say things like, okay, yeah, you hustle, like, you know, hustle to get the life that you want. But hustling, that hustling culture is very dangerous. Because when you're hustling to sustain a life, it is more demanding. It is pressure on you. So you're not able to enjoy the essence of making money. For example, if I'm cooking my own food, if I'm washing my own clothes, if I'm cleaning, I have less spending. I have less outgoings, you know. So even if I'm earning this much, I'm okay. I know how to manage it. I'm fine. But days where I'm just like tired, I can be like, you know what? I beg, somebody should do this cleaning. Somebody should do this. Somebody should do that. I eat out. I love to eat out. But at the same time, I don't want it to be my default. I don't want it to be my main thing. I just want it to be something that, okay, when I'm less busy, when I don't want to do this thing, I can do this. So I don't want to marry somebody that would be like, we are constantly eating home cooked meals. No. But I want it to be like, okay, when we want that option, we are free to do it. If I'm not able to cook, we are free to buy soups that, you know, we can swallow for. We are free to buy jollof rice. And he is from... I think that was one of the sweetest things, the things I like about my husband. You know, he is never about things must be fixed. Like, once we have decided that this is how we do it from the beginning, that's how it will be for life. No, there's times that he's been like, you know what? Especially when we're in China. Oh God, we used to hit out a lot, oh Lord. And I wasn't even doing much. I was working from home. And the kids will go to, the kids will hit in school. It's only dinner I do most of the time. And there was weekends like this. You know, downstairs in our house like this, there's like China, they don't cook. Most of them don't really cook. They eat out. Like they have chefs. They have kids. Like that's the people's job. So they hardly cook as a household. People go out to eat. That's the culture there. So we would go out as well. Like there's food, affordable, any style you want. So we used to go out a lot. It wasn't really bent on it. But coming here is a whole different vibe in this place. Eating out here is chopping your money a lot. It's, you know, and there are other things I want to use money for that I don't want to have to work extra hard to afford eating out, to afford outsourcing cleaning, to outsource what else is there? to
gardening,
driver.
If we can even outsource someone that will be going to toilet, I think our Nigerian culture has really spoiled us a lot, to be honest. I know that Oyinbo too, they have their own kinyo, like they eat out a lot, and their own, and I think their own is even worse because we are able to hire help, you know, to come inside the house. Help is affordable in Nigeria. You just have to carry on somebody's cousin that their family cannot, and you bring them and you abuse them and you bring them into your house. Some of them don't even send them to school and all of that, and they cook for you, they clean for you, they do all of that for you. Over here, Shebi, you are there.
Who is your guy?
By the time half of your salary is going for someone that is the only job they are doing is to be a nanny, you're already paying half of your paycheck. And let's even say that you have a lot of money, right? Let's even say you are rich. Just like, I like what you said about the fact that the more that thing is happening again, you hear me? Yeah, I like what you said initially about the fact that the more you outsource, the more you have to earn, the more you have to hustle. And guess what? The more you hustle, the more you have to be doing work, the less time you have to spend with your family. Because in your mind, you are making life comfortable for yourself. But I think that our parenting priorities, right? Has really is something. It has gone upside down because now we think that, you know, being able to provide money and all of that is enough to raise kids. If that is enough, then we should not be having rich people's children who are wayward, who are drug abusers and all of that. It's never just about money. It's about spending time. It's about teaching your children values. It's about raising them to be. You know, I'm not saying. See, I'm one of those people that you know, when I have my own kids by the grace of God. I will teach my kids how to sweep, you know, and how to do that. But I will not teach them how to sweep with a ballet because I don't pray that in their future they will ever have to use a ballet to sweep. I've never seen ballet in the last 7 years. Exactly. That is not a hope for me. Because I remember when I was young, because I understand, you know, why some people are very particular about this thing, why they are so passionate about, I don't want to do this. Because sometimes I pray. I remember when I was younger, my mom, there were things that we could afford, but she will not let us use it because she always says that if for any reason in the future you don't have those things, you should be able to find alternatives. And I appreciate that upbringing. I really do, because it came in handy in certain areas. But I mean, there are a lot of things that I did that were unnecessary, because at this point of my life,
they are necessary.
No, they are necessary.
No, they are necessary. They are.
Let me take that back. I'm saying that there are a few things. Like I don't want to say it out because people will have judgment. There are just a few things I'm like, Mom, I will not. In short, in my life, all the prayer I've been praying is that I should never be in this position. So there's no reason why I should be using firewood to cook. It can never be possible. In my future, there's nothing like that. Because even my mom now, there was a time that, like you said, they will use firewood and all of that. But now they use industrial gas cooker outside. Nobody uses firewood anymore because, number one, it's not good for the environment. Number two, right? Nobody has the energy to be blowing firewood to be, and all of that. Everything has advanced now, right? But I understand that. But there are basic things that you have to teach your kids. You don't leave your kids for the nannies. You don't leave your kids for the... And then they say there are other ways you can bond. How will you have time to bond with your kids when you're constantly outside hustling to be able to sustain the lifestyle of, hiring helps to be able to do all of that? And I know that... I can remember vividly the first day that I started cooking. And my mom took me into the kitchen and she was like, I remember I was in the parlor watching TV and she was like, every time I'll be in the kitchen, you'll be in the parlor. And then she taught me how to make egusi. There are a lot of things my mom taught me that I appreciate. Now I am better at it because I've learned new skills and all of that to add to what I have. But I will never trade those memories for anything. So I understand if I say, nah, it's poverty mindset, that it's only by cooking. Why do we think that cooking is suffering? Why do we think that washing the dishes that you used to eat is suffering?
The interesting thing is that the advanced people that we are copying, they don't eliminate those things from their lives. They just try to make it easier on them. They don't eliminate it. They don't.
They have washing machine, they have dishwasher. But for the dishwasher, you have to teach your children how to properly load the dishwasher. But we, no. Especially we in Africa.
That's it.
Because I even heard one of my friends, she's from Rwanda, when she talks about the amount of help they have in their house. I'm like, are you living in a mansion? They have someone that wash clothes for them, someone that's a different person that wash dishes, a different person that take care of the kids, a different person. I'm like, it's because what about there? We have codes in Africa.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah,
there are a lot of things that we don't have. But honestly, when it comes to human resources, Shebe was still Local Solutions that was talking about, I think she did an Instagram post, and she was talking about how, most Nigerians or most Africans suffer when they come to, and that's why I find out of them every day. They are doing videos talking about the struggles they have to go through when they leave the comfort of Nigeria and they realize that over here things don't work that way. Over here you have to pay your help minimum wage. It's not the one you will do at home that you will not give them money, you won't send them to school, you won't, it's just a few people that actually do that, right? And you just pay them the barest minimum because that's all, because they rely on those money. But you come here and you realize that you will, if you want to sustain that lifestyle, so unless it's Nigeria you want to live for the rest of your life. But even with that, there are certain things that I still believe that can see. I already said cooking for me. I understand one thing I don't like about I understand when I have people, maybe I have a help, I'm not saying that I will not get help, but get me properly. Okay, get me
properly. Why not if not? Why not if not? How not?
Why not nanny? Why not? I there are certain chores in the house that I would rather outsource, like washing the bathroom, like cleaning the house every once in a while, like but not every day, right? Like but when it comes to, even when I'm cooking, like I like when somebody help me to cut the carrot. My husband is the house, is the help in that area. When I'm cooking, it's cutting carrot, cutting onions, because I cannot be crying and be cooking at the same time. You understand that? But you see what? You see those precious memories that I have with my husband where he's cleaning the fish for me or cutting onions for me. I love those, because those times we have time to gist in the kitchen that otherwise. And I know you say that there are other ways you can bond. The truth is, those other ways, let's even forget the fact that you are going out to make money, so you don't even have time. The times that you have in this day and age, you enter into somebody's house, the children are in their rooms playing games, somebody is pressing phone, the other person, the father is watching movie on Netflix, the mother is watching, is doing something else on a computer. Everybody is so busy online that we don't even have time. So the only time that you actually have to keep your phone down is when you're in the kitchen washing plates, doing stuff, gisting and talking. So I appreciate most the time that me and my husband get to talk most is when we are in the kitchen, or maybe on Saturday morning when we just wake up, because life gets busy, right? Or sometimes I don't even want to talk. When I enter, once I climb on top of my bed, I carry a movie, or my husband takes a book and start reading and watching a movie. By the time we know everybody have slept off, you understand? But when we're in the kitchen, we actually have to talk. We have to bring up conversation. We have to, all those things brings up, nice bonding opportunities, so to speak. In us. Go ahead.
Yeah. I think what you're saying makes so much sense, because we spend most of our time outside doing things for others. Like most of the time, you're either at work or you're schooling. For people that are in the younger generation, you're either in school from one lecture to the other. You're doing things externally. It's very few times, like out of the 24 hours a day, we sleep for maybe 8 hours. You go to 9 to 5. The rest of the day before you go to bed again is probably 3 hours, and you've got maybe another 2 hours in the morning, so 5 hours to be with yourself and your family. So if you are not cleaning or doing those chores that we think is a big deal, like we are saying now, we're not saying we will is a thing that we will never do, like we will never outsource, we will never, no, that's not what we're saying. But looking at it from the angle that in the last 3 years, I've not gone to the market, have not cooked, I've not mopped, and not cleaned, and in the last 3 years, and that's how I want to say it for the end. It's dangerous. It's very unhealthy for us as women. For us as a people, it's very dangerous to have that kind of mindset. For you, it puts you under pressure. So the people that are telling you that I've not gone to the market in the last 3 years, it's rubbing off on them somewhere else. It's either they are being pressured to constantly make money because they have to keep up, or they are eating food that is not healthy for their body. If you're doing something that somebody else is cooking,
especially if you live in the Western world, that's what happens. If you don't cook, you are eating junk.
You're eating junk. You're eating this. Even if you say you're eating something
that's another sicknesses.
You don't know. You don't know what is going. You're not really sure.
We were just talking about it before we started.
I'm telling you, we're just really talking about it. Like how a lot of things that we don't even know how. Like especially for myself, I like to eat junks a lot. But I know that this is not something that I can constantly do. It doesn't make sense. Even if you say, okay, I want to be ordering soups from my friend in this one and that one that is a Nigerian, you still don't know how clean that person is. All well and good. In some countries, they constantly monitor what they are cooking, what they are using, but you still don't know the seasoning. Nobody will stop them from using a particular kind of seasoning because it's still healthy, So it's rubbing off.
Are they sitting there in the kitchen with them as they are making the food?
Oh. It rubs off on you, so that when you read those things and you're feeling like, no, me too, I can't go with this. No, it's not something that should be part of a wokeness. Like we've said, people that started all these things, they did not try to eliminate it. They tried to reduce it. Oh, your back is paining you because you're backing a child. There's stroller, and there's baby carrier in front of you. There's baby wrap. There's what other things? There's all this. There's some
find innovative ways.
They find innovative ways to make it easier for you.
But you even know what's even funny, because even as a matter of fact, these people here, they are leaving the cities because they realize that most of the things that they have been forced to eat because they don't live in urban areas.
Rural areas.
Let's not even call it rural. Let's just say that they don't
countryside.
They call it one countryside.
In the countryside,
you are being forced to eat, fast food and all of that. What they are now doing, most of them are now moving back. They are now growing. Now they are even going beyond we that will go to market and buy. They are growing what they eat because they realize that most of the things that they are selling there is one of the leading cause of cancer. It's one of the leading cause of a lot of sicknesses and diseases, because the processes that meats go through, the processes that you are buying egg, you don't know where the egg is coming from. You are not sure if it's a chicken that laid this egg or somebody laid it from the factory. It's the truth. And I know it sounds very funny, but it's actually the fact, right? Yeah. You are buying meats that have been injected. You are buying a lot of things. So now they are not even doing like us. We are even lucky because most of those things in Nigeria, you put a seed on the ground, it will grow wherever you put it. Here it's different. So now they are moving to places where they can grow things. Why do you think many of them are going vegetarian? We Nigerians, we copy. I was watching, is it a Real Worry Pikin or one of that? Yeah, she was talking about it yesterday. She posted on Instagram that a personal trainer, I don't know if you know this Real Worry Pikin.
I know her.
She's tiny. Me, I'm very big. It's not, there's one worry, I forgot her name, the one that is big, but this one, she's thin like this. She said a personal trainer said she should go on keto diet. She should take cut out camp. She got that scalp 2 days. She wanted to die. What am I trying to say? We copy all those things because we don't know what is making them to make that decision. It's not merely because they want to lose weight. There are a lot of reasons why they have to eliminate certain things because of the way those food are being processed here. That is why many of them are not taking those food. And they have to, like, if they are unable to, go and rent a house in an urban place or whatever, in a countryside or whatever, they have to, like, look for ways to eliminate certain things. But we don't have those issues there. We see it as a way of, flexing. I'm a vegetarian. We don't know why they are vegetarian.
To make it cute.
you are copying it. But there are a lot of reasons why. But let's even say, okay, this lady is in Nigeria. Nigeria, you have people that cook for you. They bring bowls of food. Just like Yemi said, you don't really know where it's coming from. And me, I don't know about you people, but and especially when you start having kids are more susceptible to germs and to infections than we adults. Our immune system it's matured enough to be able to fight certain things. For kids, it's not the same. And then you hear a lot of things in Nigeria now. You hire a help, and there was one I saw that she mixed her urine and menstruation blood in the water bottle of the kids to take to school. Thankfully that the mother saw it, like she caught her. And you find those things happening every time, especially in Africa, that we don't treat our help very well, and you don't know where those help are coming from. I follow a lot of mommies Instagram pages on Instagram. If you see the kind of things that helps are doing, there was one that she was putting sniper. They caught her. She was putting sniper into the food. And some of them, no matter how nice you are, some of them are just demons. So you don't even know. When we're growing up, one thing they used to tell us is, when we're growing up, don't take something from strangers. Don't eat anything that you did not cook. Don't take it. Like, that was what we knew growing up, because we saw a lot of things that were happening. They would tell you, children are being initiated by Kenny. But now what we are saying is that thing that they asked us not to do growing up, that has kept us alive till now, we are throwing it away, and we are saying that these are the things, this new way of eating whatever you don't. And there was a big restaurant in Abuja the other time that somebody went to eat. Everybody that ate food on that day is the ones that did not. I don't think there was any death. I think there was just 1 or 2 deaths, but one person put something inside. You don't know, my sister. I'm not saying this happens everywhere. But if it happens, the least you will go to court. If the person have money, you settle. If the person doesn't have money, sorry, you will take. You understand that? So why do you want to bring up your children without? See that food.
He will not finish this conversation today.
It's true. If it's cleaning and washing, every once in a while I can definitely get somebody to do that. Or buy a machine. Let us know what you people think, because me. We didn't say don't hire. We didn't say, we are just saying that let them be balanced.
It's just about priorities and balance. Where are you in your stage of life? Where are you in your stage of life that you need to do that? And where, priorities and balance. That's just it. Priorities and balance.
Anyways, let's know what you guys think about this. Let's know what your thoughts. Are you on the school of thought to pay? I will never, not going back again. Or what do you think? Let us know in the comment section below.
Eventually have opposing views.
Yes.
Can you imagine?
Funny, because
I was ready for war today.
I don't like stress. I thought you all would be that,
I thought everything.
Very interesting.
No, my dear, I can't also the kind of also that I'll be outsourcing everything. No. I'm not there. I'm not cut out for that.
Let us know what you guys think in the comment section. Remember to share this video with your friends and family. Remember to follow us on our social media platforms. Truth and Tales is also available on Instagram. If you have a truth or a tale that you'd like us to talk about, you have a question or a concern, you can send us email. All the informations are in the description box below. Alright, so until we meet again, we thank you guys so very much for watching. Until we meet again, we still remain your favorite host, Victoria and
Yemi.
We'll talk to you guys in the next one. Bye guys.
Bye.